Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you're a part of my subbies, thank you for subscribing. If you're new here and it's your very first time seeing my video, then thanks for stopping in. Thanks for clicking on today's video. A couple videos back, I shared with you guys my living room and I told you guys I was going to be making some changes for fall. If you did not watch that video, I will link that one as well as my fall haul video. And then today you're going to see how I incorporated those things and how I styled those things up. So if you're needing some inspiration for fall, this is the video for you. I will be incorporating a lot of the warmer tones, your chocolate browns, your patterns, your woven materials, the khakis and the taupes. Getting rid of a lot of the black elements that I previously had in this room. So if you need some inspiration or you just want to see what changes I made, then stay right here and we're going to get right on into it. We're going to start right here on this far side of the room. This is one of the areas that I made the most changes. This entire back wall consists of this right corner, the fireplace, and then there's another area on the other side. So this whole span here probably has the bulk of the changes. So we'll get right into it. So for the most part, this credenza stayed the same. Only thing I did here was turn some books around. If you watched the first video, some of these books are black and I just turned the spine around. That's a quick, easy tip for when you're changing out color schemes. And then here, I knew I wanted something to add some height. Tip number one, shop your home, see what you got. And what I like to do is I bring all of the things that I'm planning to use into one area. And then as I start to pull things together, I can see everything in front of me and then just pull until I get things right. So I needed some height here. So I moved this lamp from another area in the house just to bring in some different texture. So this shade here is woven material, really cute. And this is an acrylic lamp. Most people probably wouldn't put those two things together, but it's a lot of color going on here. So I didn't want to introduce any other color. So this little acrylic lamp added the height, but it didn't, add any other visual, if you will, for the eye. So I love that acrylic. You can see straight through it. And then just that woven lamp cover added the texture that I needed. And if you guys remember, these are the pumpkins that was on the string. And I told you that I would not be using them on that string. I knew when I purchased them, that's not how I was going to use them. So this just worked out perfectly. And if you look at the pictures up here, the colors in that, these pumpkins just brought out all of the colors just perfectly that's in those pictures. And I think that looks so good. I just love this little area back here. And then those are the woven, the big, I don't know what you call these things. But that worked out perfectly. And then I just popped my little candles, little caramel colored candles in the holders. Set them, one of them just to get the varying height. I set one on top of some coasters and then the other one right on top of the credenza itself. Everything else down in the credenza already matched the color scheme that I was going for. So those items worked out perfectly. So I just left them in place. Okay, we're going to pan around. This little table area right here, if you remember, this was one of the vases that had the texture. I originally thought I was going to put a flower arrangement in that, but then, as I'm playing around and pulling out things, I absolutely love the way that looked up under there. It was the perfect additional piece of, just pop of color for that space without being overbearing or too much. And then this little arrangement, I think in the previous video when I was doing the haul, I popped these flowers in here. And I just love the way that looks, so I did end up leaving those there. And these, I don't think I shared these in the haul, because I got these from Amazon. I don't think they had come in yet. But these things, I absolutely love them. And when I ordered them, funny story. In the picture, they looked like they were chocolate brown. I would have loved to have had them in chocolate brown, but it worked out perfectly. Because look at the color underneath. And then chocolate brown would have worked too, but I love this color as well. So that's that side. And there's the two pillows. I'm going to pan around to the sofa. And then I just popped this little woven basket that I already had. I just popped that down there and threw a little brown blanket in that. And then here's the sofa. The chocolate brown pillows was in my husband's area upstairs. And again, shop your home. These are the patterned pillows that I shared with you guys in the haul. Absolutely love those. And the chocolate brown pillows just worked out perfect. And then you can see I chose not to do a pillow in the center. The pillow that I shared with you guys that I was thinking about using, I did not like the way it looked there. So holding off on that for now. And then this is the other side. Only change I made here is, I think this bowl had black beads in it, and I took the little knot that used to be on the fireplace and stuck it in that bowl, and then added the little chocolate brown coasters there, and then threw the little two pillows in the chairs. That's that side. And then here's the other area that I told you was where I made the most changes at. This area did not have the credenza here originally. So we added this little credenza, and I knew I didn't want to, it's a lot of decor in this room. I didn't want to overcrowd this piece with a lot of decor. So I kept it really simple. Got a couple of the crystal rocks. And then the two little candle holders. I just popped those in. Really clean, really simple. Then up top, you guys will remember this bowl from my office. I just popped that there, added these little pumpkins that I already had. Worked out perfect. Again, do what you gotta do. These used to be black books. These was in the haul from Goodwill. So I just took some dark brown stain, stained the book, made these two chocolate brown, and then took the same stain, rubbed it on these two white portions of the book, and made them this tan color. I rubbed them on, wiped them back off, and made them that pretty warm tan color. And then these are just your dried eucalyptus. These were two pictures that I already had. Just decided to use those here because they do have all of the colors. And I don't think I shared these in the haul because I already had these from probably a year ago. But they are from Home Goods. And then we just have a picture light on top of that side as well. So that's that. I'll share the fireplace area with you guys. So everything that was here, we just left here because it worked. All of the candle holders, we left those there. Little rocks, we left. And then I just popped this vase. You guys remember this vase? This was the inspiration for everything else. So here's how I ended up using that, and I just thought it was perfect in front of the black fireplace. Add that pop of color and bounce off of that black, it just works. And those are those two sets of stems that I mixed. I love the way that came out. Everything up top is the same except the addition of this dough bowl. So I just popped that little dough bowl up there, added those acorns, and then I think these little things here are, I think these are chestnuts, or I'm not sure. But both of these little things and the acorns came from TJ Maxx. And again, this bowl, this was originally that whitewashed color. It didn't work in my space because I wanted to kind of warm it up and not that really light beigey color. The tan stain that I used on the books, I used on this dough bowl. So that came out perfectly. Okay. Here is my coffee table. So this is what we ended up doing here. I had this here previously, so I decided to just leave that. And then I had this pumpkin. I think I may have picked this up at Ross, really cheap from Ross. That again adds some different texture in the room. Then here's the books that I had gotten from Goodwill. All of these, well, this one I already had. This is beautifully organized by Nikki. And then this is a Louis Vuitton book that I already had. I just took the cover off of it, so the chocolate brown, that brown and the pillows worked. Then I just popped that little candle on the top. And I know I didn't share my kitchen with you guys yet, but I am gonna walk back here and show you where I ended up putting this arrangement. This woven vase used to sit on the fireplace, so I ended up moving that just to bring some texture back here, and then that's where I popped the chocolate brown leaves. I don't know if you can see the little brown wooden sticks in there. And then I think I mentioned that I had two areas that I needed just some small arrangements in. These are actually coffee cups. And because this is the kitchen, I thought that'd be cute. Remember, I had a lot of black and white creams, but to warm this area up, I popped these little stems in there. Very similar to the stems that's over here on one of my accent tables. And then this is a fall pick from Hobby Lobby as well. Let me turn my candle warmer on. This candle here, let me see if you guys can see. Bath and Body Works, mahogany teak wood. Whole house. And this is the best thing ever. I won't be going back. I'm looking to put those everywhere. And then here is the one other area that I made a small change. This used to be a black canister, and then I just popped that out for this wooden one, added all my utensils in that, put my little salt holder out just to warm up this side of the room. And then there's the other cup that I popped. Made a little simple arrangement in. That is it. I've still got to work on my coffee bar area, so that may be a future video. There is one additional area that I wanted to share with you guys, and it's the back entryway. So in the haul that I did, this is the area that I mentioned I wanted to incorporate this dark plum burgundy color. So this is where all of that decor went to. So this black table is a DIY. I made that myself. And then I just changed some things around. These black and white books used to be in the living room. I took those off of one of the accent tables and brought them down here because I do have the black and white pictures up. And I knew I wasn't going to be taking these pictures down. So I bought the black and white books here. Boxes. Back to this area. And then here's the burgundy lamp that I shared with you guys. This is a touch lamp. And then the little picks from Amazon, black and burgundy. So they worked out in this space perfectly. This white vase was already here. And these work for this type vase because it has a small mouth. So if you look at these on Amazon, you either have to purchase a bunch of bundles of these because all of these was one bundle, or you have to have a vase with a small mouth. So since I just had one bundle, it worked for this area. There's the burgundy candle. And then I think I mentioned to you guys that I was going to probably not leave these connected. So I did end up cutting those. And I think they look okay. And I just popped the little books there. And then there's the Japanese maple. And then the other burgundy leaves that I purchased from, I think these were from At Home. And these were from Amazon. And I just put them in there together to get that really full look. So that is this area.